Hey guys, I am back and today I want to tell you guys how we as a family of four keep memorabilia and memory sentimental stuff as a minimalist family. We've been practicing minimalism for a few years now, and memory sentimental stuff, whatever you want to call it, definitely was a big deal for my family. I am not really sentimental. I could get rid of just about anything and really have no feelings about it. I don't put feelings towards stuff. But Chase definitely does. He has a lot of stuff from when he was a kid. His mom kept like almost everything. And my kids, one kid is sentimental and one is not. So we're kind of a split family, but we figured out a system that worked for us. And as I clean up a little bit, because I had to take our stuff out to put more stuff away, I'm gonna tell you guys how we do it, and we'll look through some memories while we're doing it. First thing I'm gonna do is put all these little toys back in this bin. These little toys, some of them were toys that I had from when I was little. They're not the exact toys. I had to rebuy them because my family didn't really keep sentimental stuff either. So I had to rebuy them, but when I seen them for sale, I definitely picked them up because they were some of my favorites as a kid. And I did share these toys with my kids when they were little, but they've outgrown playing with these toys. So I keep these toys as a sentimental thing. It's probably the one of the few things that I would never give up. So I'm just gonna put them back in this bin really quick. We have some puppy in my pockets. I'm not gonna show you guys everything. I'm sure you guys you don't really care about the little fine things. So the way that we do sentimental memory stuff is everybody gets a bin. My kids' bins, I will show you, they're bigger than mine's and Chase's. They are 38 gallons each. They're from Home Depot. They're the yellow and black ones from Home Depot. I think it's called Hyper Tough or something like that. They are the best bins out there. I've never had a problem with any of them cracking or breaking. They stack on top of each other nicely. They come in all different sizes. So if you need a bigger than 38 gallons, they have them. If you need a smaller, they have ones down to like shoebox size. And this is not an advertisement. Just after going through so many bins in my lifetime, they are the only ones that have really kept up, and they are the most expensive, I will be honest with you guys, but they are worth it. So everybody gets a bin in my family, and me and Chase's are mixed, but we do have two bins, so I guess technically one each, even though they're mixed. Everybody gets a bin, and whatever fits in the bin is what you get to keep. My kids go through their bin every few years. I don't let them go through it too often because I do feel like it's a bigger project. But if the bin is starting to get really full, I will let them go through it, and they will pick out certain things. I know Bella's bin has a lot of art stuff in it. She loves art. And Logan's bin has a lot of books in it. He loves books. And that's also why I love these storage containers. That brand is because they don't crack under the weight. This bin right here is me and Chase's bin, this blue one. I did take some stuff out because I was working on it. When I was putting stuff away yesterday in these bins, I realized just how disorganized me and Chase's bin was. So I went online and I picked up an accordion file folder to put everything in, make it more organized, because there's a lot of things just thrown in there, which I don't like. So when it comes to bigger things, we normally just do not keep them. We don't. If it's like the dollhouse in the garage, which I still haven't decided what to do yet, we don't keep them. The bin is the limitation, and that kind of takes pressure off of me of saying yes or no, you can keep that, you can't keep that. And it definitely makes my kids think deeper about what they want to keep. Like, does it really have meaning to me? And over the years, I have seen things change with my kids. Like, sometimes they'll keep certain things and then they'll go through it in the next few years and they'll go, why did I keep this? And that's all up to them. I do ask them to save certain things, and maybe I'll show you guys the certain things that I ask them to save, but it's never much. So the majority of the bin is what they feel like they really want to save for their future. Rather, they want to show it to their future family if they have one, or they just want to keep it to look back on. It's really their bin, so it's really self-guided in what they can and cannot keep in there. So much papers. So many papers in me and Chase's bin. And pictures. I don't even know. See, like this is something, does it say? I mean, it says what school it was, but Chase ain't there anymore. This is something that I would have gotten rid of. This is a artist award for Chase for when he was in middle school. I would definitely have not kept that, but he definitely does. So I'm just gonna file it away, and if he wants to look through it at some point, then he could look through it and decide if he wants to keep it or not. But it'll look better than just being shoved in this box. This accordion file folder was around $36 at Office Max or something like that. I do think it was a little expensive for what it is, but also maybe it's a little overkill for my project right now. Maybe I can downsize later. We'll see how many papers we truly have. So when it comes to my kids' artwork, because I know that's a big thing for parents, is like, what ones do I keep? Which ones do I throw away? Do I let them know I'm throwing it away? Do I do it when they're asleep? When it comes to artwork, I only keep what's really sentimental from my kids. In my box, I mean, not like theirs. They keep whatever they want. But like if they made me a Mother's Day card, I would keep that. But if they made me a random picture of the sun and it doesn't really, I don't know what to say without sounding like mean, but if it doesn't really like show their creativity, if it was just something they were doing at a restaurant to keep themselves busy, I normally do not keep those. But like Mother's Day cards, I will keep. Certain things like that I would keep, but not, I think my Lex is going off, but not everything, because I would have just bins and bins of paper if I did that. I actually had to go do something for the kids for school, and I kind of forgot where I was at. I think I was talking about paper clutter and how that can really add up really quickly if you don't keep on top of it. And so, yeah, we don't keep every single picture. We don't keep every single A that they get on a test. The only time that I keep a test that the kids get back is if they are super proud of it, like something that they thought maybe they weren't going to do well, but then they did do well. I will keep those tests. There's a lot of pictures in here. We have been doing Shutterfly for a little bit now, and I absolutely love doing Shutterfly. I think it is worth the money. It's expensive, but it is worth the money when you have the money to do it. So I try to save up all my pictures for like half the year, and then I'll do a book, and then the next half a year I'll do another book. I don't know why there's so many pictures in here. Another thing that I think adds up quick, and some people can be really sentimental to it, and I'm definitely not, but Chase definitely is cards. Thank you cards, birthday cards, Christmas cards, all the cards. Now I will show you, I have all the cards that people sent me when I started doing YouTube. I did keep all of them, but I normally do not keep any other cards. It's just not it's not my jam. I feel like when you keep all the cards, it also can add up just like paper clutter really quickly. But I know cards is something that Chase really likes to do. I don't even know what this is. Chase is definitely going to have to go through this. Cards are definitely something that I try not to keep unless it's like really meaningful, and I guess the ones from YouTube are very meaningful, and that's why I kept those ones. This is something I could probably pass on. And see, this is also why it's really good to go through these bins every once in a while. Just like my kids will find stuff and go, why did I keep this? When I look through my bin, I go, why did I keep that? This book about trees, I didn't have it since I was a kid. I found it at the thrift store, and it's from, how old is this? This is a really old book. It was taken out, the first day it was taken out was February 19th of 1971. Do you guys see that? So this is an extremely old book, and I think that's why I kept it, is because, I mean, it's crazy to think that this book has been around since 1971. I think I could actually go put this downstairs with some of my decor on that brown shelf, but at some point, I'm probably going to pass this back on. What am I going to do with this book? I love plants and I love trees, but like, I'm not a huge tree lover. Like, I don't need to know the different kinds of trees. I don't want to know the different kinds of trees. I think I'm gonna put it downstairs in my decor for a little bit, and then if I find it doesn't fit there, I'll donate it. But it definitely doesn't need to be in storage. This is like another thing, like this was a glass picture frame. I'm gonna get rid of the picture frame and just file the picture of Bella at her first birthday away. I can't believe that's Bella at her first birthday, now she's 13. I'm gonna file that away, but I'm gonna get rid of the picture frame. Why am I holding glass in a bin where it's not even protected? That is just, that's silly if you ask me. So you gotta remember when you have things like this to go through and make sure that you're keeping up with what you want to keep and that what you're keeping is still what you want to keep. I don't really have the time to be doing this right now, but like I did tell you guys, I took out these bins to put stuff away for my birthday and Bella's birthday, and I just happened to see how messy it was in here. So I was like, let me just get a folder and kind of go through and fix it, but I really do not have the time to be doing this right now. So I really need to speed this up. But so far, this has worked for us with keeping the bins, and we always limit the amount of bins too. Like each kid gets one bin and that's it. We don't go, okay, your bin's full, let's get you another bin. No, one bin, that's it. And we also limit that because the place that we put our bins, which is my closet, we actually got rid of some shelving to put these bins in there. We do not have room for 20 bins. We have room for, I think there's 5 in there right now. That's all we have room for. We don't have room to keep adding. So when one bin gets full, then you need to go through it and get rid of some stuff. But we do not allow more than one bin per person. And so far, my kids being 13 and 11, that has worked for them with no issue. We've never had fighting like, I want to keep this, but it doesn't fit. They never had an issue with it. Maybe because we've been doing it for a while now, that they've actually gotten the hang of it. But I don't remember them ever having an issue with it. It was pretty easy to get the hang of. I'm not going to keep you guys for long. I feel like I hit on it enough. We keep one bin per person. We let our kids keep whatever they feel sentimental. I do ask them to keep a few things like their first outfit when they came home when they were born, their hospital bracelet, and a few other little things I do ask them to keep. They have like a gold bracelet from when they were born that somebody bought them. I do ask them to keep them certain things, but it doesn't take up much of their bin at all. So they still have a lot of room to keep what they want. I would say definitely be open-minded if you are a parent with a young kid and they do it, because what they want to keep year from year will definitely change, and they'll definitely take things out and put things in, and you might go, why do you want to keep that? Why do you want to keep a puzzle piece? But to them, it's really sentimental, and in my opinion, I think you should just let them keep it. But now if it's something like they shouldn't be keeping, like a candy bar is not going to store well, I would definitely say, maybe not that. But if they have little things, little toys, little trinkets, let them keep. It's really fun to see as they grow up what they look back and they go, why did I keep this? Or I still want to keep this. It's really cool to see what they find sentimental throughout the years. You might be surprised. So I'm going to go for now. I'm going to keep going through this bin. There is a lot to go through, but that is how we do it. That's what works for our minimum family. And for years now, it has been working. So if you guys are looking for a way to do it, why don't you just give it a try? And you don't have to get a bin as big as mine, as big as what I got my kids. I see people get their kids like bins that just kind of slide under their bed. I did give my kids a little bit more room than that, but to each their own. So I'm going to go for now, guys, and keep going through this. I hope that you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.